Adam FIFA here, and I'm back again with another YouTube video, and in this one it's going to be my controller settings and also my camera settings. A lot of people have been asking me on Twitter and a few comments on my recent videos to do another one of these. I did it last year for FIFA 19 and my controller settings are pretty much the same. There's a couple of changes on the new game and I think my tactics are quite unique, to be honest. I know there's another top level pro player who does the same as me, but there's one little thing that most other professional players tend to use the complete opposite, so I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys and let you guys try it out and see if that can help you improve your game. So jumping straight into the controller settings, of course, I'm using the classic, it's simply the way to go. No changes in attack and of course no changes in defence. Just had to quickly run through that, but this is where the real changes start to happen. FIFA Trainer, it says show, but it should completely be off. I have no idea why that is on in the screenshot. Simply has to be off. Timed finishing, I'll leave it on, but it's not even necessary anymore. Second defender switch icon, that's personal preference. Pass block assistance has to be on. And then auto switching, you've got air balls and loose balls. That's just the default setting on the new game. I have no idea what that actually does. And this is the key. Most pros have this on none, but I have it on high. And Maestro, one of the best PS4 players in the world, he got to the semi-final of the World Championship last year, the console final. He uses this setting. He was the player who inspired me to use this setting 2 years ago, I think now, and I've been using it ever since. It's just my go-to setting, really. It works very well. It's really good to apply pressure on the ball even when you're not controlling the player. It works similar to the second man press. You've basically got a third man press if you keep switching often enough, and then everything else is just the default setting. I don't think any of these are necessary to change. If you remember last video I done on FIFA 19, I had lob pass assistance on manual, but this year it's completely changed and I think it simply has to be on assisted. Analog sprint is one of those that can be personal preference again. I've never tried it off, so I just leave it. Tactical defending, it's obviously going to be that. You can't use legacy on ultimate team, and pass receiver lock is a new setting which I've never tampered with, but I've left it on the default setting late because I simply have no idea what it does and I don't know anyone who uses it. So now moving on to the camera settings, it's exactly the same as last year, nothing's changed. Boom. Co-op, simple as that. It's the best camera in the game by far. It allows you to see so much of the pitch, basically the whole pitch at once, and it's great if you want to use a wide formation such as the 4-4-2 or the 4-2-3-1. As you can see, the majority of passing lanes that you can use. If you're going to change to this formation, it's going to take a bit of getting used to. You really need to persevere with it because it's really hard actually at first to dribble because you're used to being so close to the screen, and when you switch it becomes really hard to do intricate dribbling, especially with the new L1 feature where you kind of crab walk a little. You have to kind of get used to that, but see, when you can get used to it, you will reap the benefits from it. It's definitely the best way to play FIFA by far. Most pros use it, but you get a lot like Gorilla and stuff who'll stay loyal to telebroadcast because they were top level back in the year, and I don't blame them. But definitely a lot of players you see using co-op. A few pros use telly, a few use telebroadcast. I think you get the odd player using classic, but I think telebroadcast and co-op are definitely the two most common ones, and it's got to be personal preference. But for me, I think co-op is the best by far. Everything's just default, 10 height, 10 zoom. A lot of players tamper with this, but it's all personal preference once again. To me it's fine, 10-10, and the reason for that is when you play in other stadiums, if you change the height and zoom it can vary, which is not ideal at all because some people in division rivals, for example, won't have the same stadium as you, so I think it's important just to keep it default. That way you're usually going to get the same angle on the pitch, although the majority of the players you play should have the FEWC stadium. But now I'll quickly show you what the camera angle looks like in game and explain why I use the camera and what it's effective for. So this is just a standard screenshot of what the camera angle will look like, and I've tried to put the most relatable screenshot in possible. We know what everyone does in this game. 11 men behind the ball, no attempt to attack at all. Just, it's discussed in the meta at the moment, and I'm hoping the new patch that will be getting released the day this video comes out changes this, but I thought it was appropriate to use this screenshot to show you exactly what I would be doing. So as you can see, I can see the whole half of the pitch, literally the whole half. The corner flags are slightly covered, but that's about it. So when everyone has their men back, it's really good to switch the play, use the wings, and it's the best way to do it like this because you can see where every single one of his players are positioned. You can see every player he's got on the pitch right now and what they are trying to do. So you can see where all the space is if you have room to, hold the ball up, or if you need to pass it out wide, switch the play, you can see every single one of his players, and I think that is really key this year with the way the meta is. So yeah, that was a video explaining my camera settings and my controller settings. Let me know in the comment section what you'd like in my next video. I could do a custom tactics video, for example. That went very well last year on FIFA 19. This is the team I'm currently using. I play 4-4-2 in games, so that's what the tactics would be for. I got 110 wins out of 120 this weekend league. Just missed out on the top 100 monthly. It's not the best score from me. I'm quite disappointed with that. But it is still quite a high score, only losing 10 times in 120 games, so maybe a custom tactics video would be effective. Let me know what you want to see in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.